Welcome back to the Cricket Corner podcast, where we preview and predict the 2023 edition of the Indian Premier League. Well, according to me at least, Indian Premier League or the IPL is the most difficult tournament to predict because unlike, like, say, the Premier League where the eventual winner is going to be either Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea or Arsenal this season, in the Indian Premier League, all 10 teams are very much capable of winning the tournament. All 10 teams have a great squad, have a great playing 11. So that makes the Indian Premier League really difficult to predict, in my opinion. But here I am trying to make these predictions. And I know for a fact that I'm going to be wrong. So why not you let me know your predictions in the comment section below. And while you are down there, might as well subscribe and like this channel as well. We are planning to reach 50 subscribers by the end of the IPL. Is that possible or not? You tell me. But make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well. So what I'm going to do in this podcast is I'm going to try and predict the winner, the runner-up, the 4 teams in the playoff, the orange cap holder, and the purple cap holder. Sorry. So let's start with the orange cap holder, shall we? And some of you who might not know, orange cap holder is the batsman who has scored the most runs in the tournament. And my prediction for this season's orange cap holder is KL Rahul from Lucknow Super Giants, the captain KL Rahul. KL Rahul, regardless how he plays for India, is one of the best players in the Indian Premier League for the past 5 or 6 seasons now. Let me just tell you how many runs he scored in the last 5 IPLs dating back to 2018. In 2018, he scored 659 runs. 2019, 593. 2020, 670 runs. I think he won the orange cap on that occasion. 2021, he made 626 runs. And last season, 616. So that are 3 consecutive seasons where he scored above 600 runs, and that for me is IPL pedigree. You can always expect KL Rahul to be one of the informed batsmen when it comes to the Indian Premier League. He's always right up there in the orange cap hunt, and I feel like this is going to be a big season for KL Rahul. He has a lot of people to prove right because of his dicey Indian form. He was dropped from the test series after 2 test matches in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. He's had a semi-decent one-day series after that, but he has a lot of points to prove, and I think he will do good. And I don't think Lucknow Super Giants have a squad that can, or the team. I think they do have the team, but I think other teams are a little better than them, so they might not make it to the top 4 this season. So that's a spoiler for my top 4 prediction. But yeah, I think the orange cap holder is going to be KL Rahul. I think he's going to score somewhere in the region of 650 runs to get that cap of Rajasthan Royals' Jos Buttler. Sorry. Coming to the purple cap holder, and this for me is the most difficult prediction to make, because purple cap holders are usually some random bonus, isn't it? Like sometimes the winner is Pragyan Ojha back in 2010. Sometimes it's a player like Mohit Sharma in 2014. In 2018, it was Andrew Tye. And last season, it was Yuzvendra Chahal who picked up 27 wickets. For me, I don't have a prediction to make here. I think anything above 20 wickets is an excellent return as far as a bowling unit is concerned. Last season, Chahal picked up 27, Wanindu Hasananga picked up 26, Kagiso Rabada picked up 23, and Umran Malik picked up 22. And then it was Kuldeep Yadav with 21, Josh Hazelwood with 20, and Mohammad Shami with 20. So you can see there are a few spinners and there are a few quicks as well. So you cannot predict whether the IPL is going to be bossed by a spinner, be it a leg break or an off spinner, or a relatively quick fast bowler. But if I had to put my money on someone, Well, I'll go for. I don't know who I want to go for, to be honest. Let's say I'll go with Kuldeep Yadav. I think Kuldeep Yadav has been in relatively good form. I think he was great in the Australian series. He picked up like good amount of wickets in the Chennai One Day International against Australia as well. So I think Kuldeep Yadav um for the Delhi Capitals is my pick. But let's be honest, it's going to be really difficult to call out who the purple cap winner is. So that's the purple cap done. For the orange cap, I picked up KL Rahul, and for purple cap, I've picked up Kuldeep Yadav. Now we come to the business end of these prediction video or the podcast, as you might be listening this on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Hello to you as well. Make sure you are giving me those wonderful 5-star ratings. Here we go. So yeah, coming to the eventual winner of the Indian Premier League 2023 edition, if you have listened to my prediction, to my top 5 players to look out for video, you might have guessed that, because I had picked out of the 5 players, I had picked 2 players from this very team, and I think the winners for the 2023 Indian Premier League is going to be the Chennai Super Kings. I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni will lead Chennai to their 5th Indian Premier League title and probably retire. Oh, not sure about that. But yeah, I think Chennai have a really good squad. And I think that playing 11 is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, in this season's IPL. And I can see them winning this year's Indian Premier League. Look at this. I usually refer to CricBuzz when it comes to the squad and the starting 11 and those reviews, and the probable starting 11 looks excellent and like a world beater team to me. They are like, they can open with Devon Convoy and Ruturaj Gaikwad. I think a lot will be on the shoulders of Ruturaj Gaikwad this season. I think he needs to have a semi-decent IPL to have the chance of breaking into the Indian team yet again after not playing for them for quite some time now. But I think the inclusion of Ben Stokes will be the key. I think Ben Stokes coming in at number 3 would be excellent. He's not going to bowl due to a knee issue, so I think he's just a specialist batsman in the initial stage of the tournament. But once he starts bowling, I think he's going to be a real key player for the Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings have some of the nicest all-rounders. They have Ben Stokes, Moeen Ali, Ravindra Jadeja. Even Deepak Chahar can give you a few runs here and there. Shivam Dube as well. He's genuine great left-handed hitter, just like, someone like an Alvin Mokal back in the day. If you know, you know. But sorry. So yeah, I think CSK have a really good starting 11. They can open with Devon Conway and Ruturaj Gaikwad, as I said. Ben Stokes can come at number 3. Then it's Ambati Raidu at 4. Ravindra Jadeja, Moeen Ali, Shivam Dube. And then MS Dhoni can come as far as number 7 or number 8, depending on the situation. I think if you need some quick fire runs or stability in the middle order, you can send Dhoni above the likes of Dube and Ravindra Jadeja. You can even send it to number 2 or 3, depending on the situation, if you lost wickets early. And then the bowling of Deepak Chahar, Mukesh Chaudhary, and Mahesh Theekshana. I think it's a really good probable 11 as far as Chennai Super Kings are concerned. They have options as well, and that makes the IPL really fascinating, because you always have some permutation combination depending on the conditions you are playing in. So let's say if you're playing on a little spinny track, you might want to give Ben Stokes a little rest, and you can call Mitchell Santner in, yet again another good all-rounder at Chennai's disposal. Mitchell Santner, really good spinner. He can give you those quick-fire runs towards the lower order as well. So I think Chennai have a really good squad, and I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni is going to lead them to their 5th title, and they will be joint highest winners alongside Mumbai Indians. So Chennai are my winners. Now we talk about the runner-up, and I think the runner-up is going to be the Royal Challengers of Bangalore. I think RCB have been really good in the auction, and I think they have a really good side, but I feel like they might just fall short in the final. People always question RCB and their form in the IPL, but Royal Challengers Bangalore have actually made it to the playoffs in each of the last 3 seasons. So all 3 seasons they have made it to the playoff, and I think they'll make it 4 in a row and reach the final as well. But once again, I think they'll fall short because CSK is a really well-oiled machine. If you look at the probable 11 as far as the Royal Challengers Bangalore are concerned, there aren't many gaping holes which might derail their season. The opening combination of Faf du Plessis and Virat Kohli worked last season, and I think du Plessis is having a career resurgence. He's been playing really well in the SA20. He was great in the CPL as well. And I think du Plessis and Virat Kohli is an excellent opening combination. Then you have Rajat Patidar, but once again, I think Rajat Patidar is going to miss out on the opening stages of the Indian Premier League, if I am not wrong, because of an injury. So that could be a little bit of gaping hole. I have an article here from the ESPN Cricinfo, and it says Rajat Patidar to miss the first half of IPL 2023 with a heel injury. An MRI on April the 14th determine the next course of action. So if Rajat Patidar doesn't feature, then it's going to be a real problem as far as RCB are concerned. But let's keep Rajat Patidar at number 3. I think Glenn Maxwell should bat at number 4. You never know which Glenn Maxwell's going to turn up in the IPL, but if he's at his destructive best, and he probably can give you a couple of overs here and there and as well, and Glenn Maxwell can be the best number 4 as far as RCB are concerned. Mahipal Lomror at number 5. Then the finishers in the form of Dinesh Karthik and Shahbaz Ahmed. Much will be expected of Shahbaz Ahmed this season, and let's see how DK is able to switch himself from a broadcaster to a player this season. But Dinesh Karthik, if he plays the role which he did last season, where he just used to come out for 15 balls and give you 30 or 32 runs, I think that's the finisher role they want from Dinesh Karthik this season as well. RCB's bowling is also pretty decent as far, if you ask me. Harshal Patel, Vanindu Hasaranga, Mohammad Siraj and Josh Hazlewood. We all know Josh Hazlewood didn't take part in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, and he also didn't feature in the One Day International Series after that. But once again, as I said, permutations and combinations, and RCB have a couple of options to replace Josh Hazlewood if he is not fit enough. They have Reece Topley and Willie, and I think David Willie has capabilities of playing well in the IPL. He's played for the RCB before, and I think Reece Topley has been one of England's best limited overs bowler in the past year or so. So I guess they have enough qualities in overseas fast bowling as well. They're a good side, RCB, but I think they will finish as runners-up in this season's IPL, and they'll have to wait one more year longer to win that elusive Indian Premier League title. So the playoff consists of 4 teams. We've already talked about CSK and RCB. The remaining 2 sides which will make the playoff, and it might surprise people that I've not picked last season winners, Gujarat Titans. I have not picked the Mumbai Indians. I have not picked my favorite side, Kolkata Knight Riders. I have not even picked Lucknow Super Giants, whose captain KL Rahul I've predicted to win the golden... Oh, sorry, not the golden boot. It's not football. The orange cap. I have gone with the Sunrisers Hyderabad and the Delhi Capitals. I feel like Sunrisers Hyderabad and the Delhi Capitals have had great auctions. They have managed to put up a really good underrated squad, in my opinion. and I think they'll do well. And I think both these sides will make it to the playoffs. Let's briefly talk about the Delhi Capitals. Why have I gone with them despite Rishabh Pant, their star captain, not featuring in this year's IPL? I feel like they have a good combination of overseas players and Indian contingent, and I think David Warner is a really good captain as far as the Indian Premier League is concerned. He has led SRH to the title in 2016, if you remember, and I think David Warner is really going to be the star. He will open along with Prithvi Shaw, and then comes the main man, Mitchell Marsh. You know how destructive Mitchell Marsh is up the order. He can open the innings if you want as well, and he's shown in the recent One Day International Series. He was practicing for the IPL, wasn't he? And he can be a really good number 3. Then at number 4, you have options. Do you play Yash Tool? Do you play Manish Pandey? You go with experience. Do you go with youth? Then you have another option. Do you go with Riley Russo? Do you go with Rauman Powell? Depending on the conditions. I think didn't Riley Russo score 100 in the T20 World Cup recently against Bangladesh? I think he did. Wicket-keeping responsibilities should be given to Sarfaraz Khan. I think he needs a big IPL to show why he is highly thought of in the Indian domestic Indian domestic circuit, and why he deserves an Indian cap as well. And then they have a really good bowling contingent as well. Akshar Patel has been brilliant for India in all forms of the game. Kuldeep Yadav, I am backing him to win the purple cap. Then again, options galore. You can go with Chetan Sakaria. You can go with Khalil Ahmed. Another options galore. You can either go with Lungi Ngidi, or you can go with his counterpart or compatriot, Antrik Nokia. And you have paid more than 5 crores to get Mukesh Kumar. Wasn't he like the highest selling Bengal player in the IPL history, getting over Saurav Ganguly? So yeah, Mukesh Kumar. So they've got a really good squad. I think Nokia would be above the pecking order as far as the overseas bowling contingent is concerned. Chetan Sakaria and Khalil Ahmed have had experience of playing in the IPL. Sakaria did have like a breakthrough season with Rajasthan Royals a couple of seasons back. But so I feel like Delhi Capitals are really good, and they have a really strong squad, and they will be making it to the playoffs this season. The final team which I predicted to qualify for the playoffs is Sunrisers Hyderabad. Sunrisers Hyderabad don't have one big Indian superstar. They don't have one of those Kohli or Rohit Sharma or Mahendra Singh Dhoni or let's say Shreyas Iyer kind of a player, but they have really good Indian players and some really good foreign players, and that has made them arguably the most exciting team to watch in this season's IPL. They could be like the dark horses, like Belgium always are in the World Cups. Well, they don't perform, but I expect Sunrisers Hyderabad to perform. And for me, Sunrisers Hyderabad have a great core of Indian top order batsmen and a great core of lower order Indian bowling contingent. And in the middle, you can fill it with some great overseas player. And once you have a look at this probable starting 11, which Crickbus have predicted, I think it's one of the best overall starting 11 in the IPL this season. So you can open with Abhishek Sharma. You've paid big bucks to get Mayank Agrawal in. Mayank Agrawal freed from captaincy duties. I think he can have a free range and he can be the destructive Mayank Agrawal, as we all know. So Abhishek Sharma, Mayank Agrawal, Rahul Tripathi at number 3 is an excellent player. And then Captain Aiden Markram, who has led the Sunrisers franchise to the SA20 title, he's captaining them. Harry Brook, 13 crores, expecting a lot from him. He was part of my top 5 players to watch out for video as well. Henrik Klaasen, Washington Sundar, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Umran Malik, T. Natarajan. You can see Indian bowling contingent. Excellent. Washington Sundar, a 4 overs bank. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, 4 overs bank. Umran Malik, 4 overs bank. T. Natarajan gives you 4 overs as well. And then again, depending on the conditions, you have the options to pick one overseas bowler from three, depending on the condition. You can go with Adil Rashid. I think Adil Rashid for just a base price of 2 crores was an absolute steal as far as SRH are concerned. You can go with the pace and the height and the pounce of Marco Jansen, or you can go with Akil Hussain from West Indies. You can see if it's a spinning wicket, you might want to go with Adil Rashid, or it's like a good pitch for bowling, that's a good carry, that's a good bounce. You can go with Marco Jansen as well. Or you can just decide, I just want to go with both Rashid and Jansen, probably give Harry Brook a little rest here and there, and you can go with both of them as well. So I think SRH have a good squad and they are the dark horses in this year's tournament. I'm really looking forward to how they perform in this season's IPL. So those are my predictions done. Let me just recap here. Winners, Chennai Super Kings. Runners-up, Royal Challengers Bangalore. Other two teams in the playoff will be Sunrisers Hyderabad and Delhi Capitals. Orange cap holder will be KL Rahul, and the purple cap for the most wickets will be won by Kuldeep Yadav. Those are my predictions for the Indian Premier League 2023. In 2 days' time, the tournament is going to start between the Gujarat Titans and the Chennai Super Kings at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, which is on the 31st. Might make a review of that. Let's see. If you're listening this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, make sure to give me 5-star ratings. Once again, 50 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the IPL. We can do that. Smash that subscribe button as well. This is me, Vatsal Vora, signing off. Ciao for now.